That's right. And,
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing adding to that is, the film industry is a relationship-based business, plain and simple. And,
Mm.
you're not going to build the relationships you need to be successful in the industry right out of film school. You may have
Mhm.
people who went to film school years ago that are successful now, and we're in the same class, but you know, you have your education from film school, but the real aspect of this business is relationships.
Mhm.
And our festival is all about relationships, return guests, return
Mhm.
attendees, who are keeping in touch during the year and coming back. I was just in LA last week and I got together with like 5 people, over a 3-day period who were attendees of the festival over the past 10 years and I became friends with,
Mhm.
including publicists and one major executive at WME and
Mhm.
somebody at CAA and it's just you become friends but also collaborators in the future. I mean,
Mhm.
Michael Helfand's an attorney on a project that I'm producing. Met him through connections at the festival.
Mhm.
So it's one of those things where relationships, we really push that with students. I go in to speak to student groups at UNM or CNM or high schools, and
Mhm.
they're being introduced to, oh, here's how you make a budget. Here's how you take care of pre-production. Here's what you need to do, in getting contracts out to actors. That's great.
Mhm.
The real need is for everyone to understand that we're a relationship based business. I want to be able
Mhm.
to call Michael Helfand to be my attorney on every project that I do because I know he knows how to do things the right way from beginning to end when it comes to
Mhm.
contracting. No matter
Yeah.
if it's sales and distribution contracts or talent contracts or whatever it may be. Putting a
Mhm.
PPM together for investors.
Mhm.
That's another segment, I think, fundraising. Um, but relationships, I want to be able to call Kira and know that I have a first AD that's going to rock and roll and I don't have to worry about a thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So my message to everybody, come to AFMX or whatever festival you're going to and really dive into it, especially with
Mhm.
networking events and center stage conversations or panels, whatever it is,
Mhm.
and meet
Mhm.
the people that are on the panels, meet the talent, and build those relationships. That's what's going to get you further ahead in your career and going from a short filmmaker to a feature filmmaker, a lot quicker.
Yeah, another part of that I want to add to is that so we were at the IATSE Expo last weekend. Great event. It was a great turnout, and it was a great opportunity to talk for me to my fellow filmmakers and creatives about what do you need. What do you want to see? What's going to help you get to the next level? Networking is great in itself, but if it's not going to propel you to the next step, um, then it's kind of stagnant, right? For me, being on set is the same way. I can't get to elevate my production unless I know this about casting or I don't know this about UPMing and that sort of a thing. So I always encourage people filmmakers, to say, listen, I want to know more about this. Where can I learn this? And I think sometimes filmmakers are kind of shy about saying that because I think, especially if they come out of an institution, like UNM, or not even just, I'm not going to name names, just a formal education, that maybe they should already know this and they don't. It's okay. Because people like AFMX and AFMI and so many other organizations here, we want to fill that gap. So I always encourage filmmakers to ask for what they don't know. If that makes sense. Casting, for example, I need to know a lot more about the actor experience. I am not an actor. I admire actors who can do that. So we're really excited to have Angelique Midthunder and Carissa Mitchell and Marie McMaster join us this year um, to answer those questions that people may not get a chance to ask. So, yeah.
It's also a business of people kind of knowing everything. So you have some people with egos who are ego
Mm.
driven, in the film industry. And, when you
No.
have a writer, producer, director, when they're doing it all,
Yeah.
they think they know everything. And, in most cases, they don't. But we put all egos aside, and as Kira said, if you don't know something, just say, hey, I don't know, but I want to find out. And hopefully we're
Yeah.
providing the educational platforms and the networking platforms for people to come and learn what they don't know. And we're seeing more and more of that, I think, especially after COVID. If
Hmm.
people don't know how to raise funds for their project, we want to teach people how to do that. If they don't know how to get sales and distribution, hey, Ben Yenny is coming. He's going to tell you how to do it and,
Hmm.
assist you along the way through his company. And, I just, I think we're a better community.
Mm-hmm.
When I say community, I mean filmmakers worldwide, when we can teach one another and be there to help one another and make connections. And, I just feel like my experience throughout my career has just been the relationship end. I know a lot of people, and I have people all the time ask me, hey, can you get this script to Redford or to so and so? That's not my relationship with them, and that's not the right way to go about it. So I want to educate people on, here's how you find out who their agent is, and here's what you need to do to prepare and present a package that's going to attract them. It's not a matter of just handing them a script.
Hmm.
That's not the way it
No,
works.
it's not.
So
And even when who's sending the script matters a lot more than I
Oh
think
yeah.
yep.
Acknowledge.
Yeah.
Like, I can honestly say that if I were the sole casting person on Tim Travers, Tim Travers would not have the cast it has. While I did the finalization and the closing negotiations, I
Hmm.
couldn't have opened those conversations.
Yep.
And that's
Right.
just due to our casting director having 50 years in the game and
Right.
knowing
I mean,
yeah,
Relationships.
exactly.
well, and it's also reading between the lines, right? You could read what you can in the book, but
Mhm.
it's in between all of that, the nuances, the approach, the background information that you have to know. That's what I'm excited to learn and bring people in to help
Mhm.
me learn that. So yeah, it's not just 1, 2, 3. That's how you make a movie. Oh my God, I rhymed.
No,
But
I might need to suggest that to my friend Alan, who runs 123 Media, as
oh, really? Do it.
yeah, as his tagline.
It's
But
not cut and paste.
just 2 3, that's how you sell a movie. That's boom, there you go.
I love it.
The but Alan might, I don't think he actually watches this. If he watches it, I will find that follow-up conversation hysterical.
Yeah,
Um,
he's gonna take a new log line away once he does watch it, right? For his company.
But we know who said it first.
That's right.
yes. Um, so yeah, that's all great.